الخلق أجمعين سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا وشفيعنا محمد الصادق الأمين وعلى آله وصحبه والتابعين. أهلا بكم أعزائنا الطلاب في درس جديد بمادة اللغة الإنجليزية للصف الثاني عشر. بسم الله نبدأ هذا الدرس. Today inshallah we are going to talk about a new unit in theme 2, which is unit 4, helping hand or a helping hand. In this unit you are going to listen or practice listening for specific information, and you are going to practice asking and answering questions related to future plans. And maybe if there's time, we are going to edit a little bit of letters, and maybe you are going to write some letters for your teachers. So Bismillah, let's start the lesson. In here, in your course book, you can see that there is this picture in here. I would like to ask you some questions, and I need you to answer those questions. Who is this? This man is what? This man is a student in the university. As you can see from the things around him or behind him and the campus there, he is from the university, and from the bag he is holding. The second question said, what is his problem? He is facing a problem. You can see that from his face that he is facing a problem. So he looks like he's confused, he's stressed, and maybe he's a little bit lost. He's looking for a place, for example. So how is he feeling? As I said, he is lost. That's why he feels confused and stressed. Good. So what should we do in such situation? We are going to learn certain things that would help those students or fresh students in universities. Here in your course book, page 24, you have a question there. It says, read the information below about the Sultan Qaboos University, SQU, Rovers. Then listen to the interview with Nasser Al-Hinai, leader of the Rovers, and do the activity. First of all, before going to listen, I need you to read this text in here about this SQU Rovers. It says, the SQU Rovers are an active group of students in different years at Sultan Qaboos University. There are over 100 male and 30 female rovers. They organize many interesting activities and trips throughout the year. At the start of the first semester, the rovers work closely with teachers and on the foundation program to help new students. So the rovers, those people who works in Sultan Qaboos, they are students. They volunteer to work and help students at the first year in organizing that foundation program. So before going and listening, which problem in the list in the list below does Nasser mention and comment on new students? Write the letters into your exercise book in the same order as you hear them. So you are going to hear Nasser talking about certain problems that students or new students face in SQU. I need you to list them in order. Okay, see the letter and list them in order. Okay, read first of all the problems there, then you are going to listen for the listening. Let's start listening. I hope you are listening.
Where they can easily find us.
It seems that there is a problem there.
Such as in the cafeteria or in front of the mosque.
What common problems do new students have?
Let me see. The most common problem is finding their way around. The campus is big and they get lost very easily.
So, do they have problems getting to where they're supposed to be?
Yes, many of them find it difficult to be in the right place at the right time. For example, during the first week, They have to take a placement test in English, maths, and IT to find out their level in those subjects. But they sometimes can't find the room where the placement test is.
So you have to direct them to the right room.
Yes. Another problem is that they aren't used to carrying their university ID cards all the time. They're always losing their ID cards, and that makes them very upset.
How do you help them?
We tell them not to worry, but to go to the administration office to report that they have lost their cards and get them replaced.
Do new students get very homesick?
Oh, yes. They miss their families and friends a lot, especially at first.
What advice do you give them about homesickness?
We tell them that everyone is going through the same thing.
Okay, it seems that you have listened, the listening. Now let's check the answers. What are the things that have been mentioned in the listening? Let's have a look. The correct order is E, G, D, H, and A. He said that, or he mentioned finding their own. First, he said finding their way around. Then he said being in the right place at the right time. Then he mentioned being late for classes. And the H, losing their ID cards. And finally, managing on their own. These are some of the things that have been mentioned there. Let's move to the next question. Now you are going again to listen to this conversation between these two girls. You are going to be asked some questions. Let's read first of all the question. Listen to the conversation between Nadia, a rover, and Fatima, a new student. As you listen, make notes in your exercise book to answer questions A, B, and C. Okay? So the first question said, what is Fatima looking for? It seems that Fatima facing a problem. She's looking for something or looking for a place. So what kind of place he is looking for or she is looking for? What does Nadia say that the rovers do? It seems that Fatima have asked Nadia about what rovers do. So Nadia will say something about the work. See, what is the purpose of the placement test? It seems that they are going to talk about something called placement test. And you know what is placement test? And what is the purpose of that placement test the student talk at the beginning of each year. Now let's go and listen.
Listening 2.4.2.
You look lost. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for Hall B, the place where the director is going to give a welcome talk to new students. But I think I'm in the wrong building. Can you tell me where Hall B is?
Don't worry, you're in the right building. Look, you see that door over there?
The one on the right or the one on the left?
The one on the right, with the picture of the university beside it. Are you with me?
Yes, I see.
Well, go through that door and down the corridor. And Hall B is at the end. You'll see a lot of new students inside.
Thanks, I'm clear now. Can I ask you something?
Sure. What is it?
Are you a supervisor?
No, I'm a rover.
A rover? I'm not clear what that is. Do you mean a kind of teacher?
No, I'm a student too. I'm in my 3rd year. I'm part of a group called the Rovers. We help new students find their way around.
Oh, that's great. Could you explain what is happening this week? I hear there is some kind of test for new students.
That's right, the placement test.
Placement test? I'm not sure I follow you. What is the placement test? Is it some kind of exam?
No, don't worry. It's just to find out your level in English, maths, and IT, so they can put you in the right class.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Are you clear about how to get to Hall B now? Through the door and down the corridor.
Got it. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Nice. So we are done with the listening. So let's have a look at the questions and go through them and try to answer them. What is Fatma looking for? Let's have a look. Fatma was looking for hall B there. She was looking for a place. She got lost and she asked that rover for help. What does Nadia say that the rovers do? She said that they help new students to find their way around. The last question said, what is the purpose of the placement test? The purpose of the placement test is to find out students' level in English, math, and IT. This was the listening. So you have learned, how to predict, what kind of answers you are looking for. And it is really important to read the questions before going through the listening. Good. Let's move to next activity, which is sound bites. And here are some phrases or sentences that you can use to, for example, to ask for clarification. Hopefully, inshallah, the next year are going to be in certain universities, and here are some words that could help you, or phrases could help you to ask for clarifications. And other help or other phrases that could ask you for checking clarification and confirming clarification that you have understood. We are going to listen again for those and listen carefully.
Listening 2.4.3. Sound bites. Asking for clarification. Can you tell me where it is? I'm not clear what that is. Do you mean a kind of supervisor? Could you explain what's happening this week? I'm not sure I follow you. Checking clarification. Are you with me? Are you clear about? Confirming clarification. Thanks. I'm clear now. Yes, I see. I understand. Got it.
So there, were the sound bites, and I think you got them. They are really helpful for you in your speaking and sometimes even your presentations, and you can use them sometimes in your writing. So go through them and remember them and try to study them well. Let's move to the next activity, which is in your workbook, page 22. In here, in your workbook, page 22, activity 1, look at the picture of a group of grade 12 friends who are about to leave school. Read the notes about each girl and circle the correct grammatical option. Discuss what help you could offer for them. Now let's go through this grammar task in here and try to find out the best answer you can choose. It says, A, Fatma wrote, or someone said, Fatma's father is a surgeon in a large hospital. He wants Fatma to go to university to study or will study. Of course, when you see the word to, it means that we should have an infinitive after it without no other time. So to study, the only word that works with to is study. Medicine. But Fatma isn't sure that that's what she wants to what? Again the word, okay, to. So we are going to have an infinitive, to do, the verb to do. She's more interested, good, interested in or interested with? Of course, interested in certain thing. So she is interested in fashion again. Here's the answers. Again, with the word to, you're supposed to have an infinitive, which is a clear one without time or without ed or without anything. Let's move to B. Asma is an excellent student and works hard, but she doesn't what? To prefer or prefer. She doesn't prefer, of course. She doesn't prefer sorry, she doesn't perform. She doesn't perform well in the exam. She suffers from an exam nervous and often can't remember or remembers. So she often remembers or can't remember a single thing in exams. It's clear that she can't remember. She can't remember a single thing in exams. She is worried, good, in here, she is worried from or worried about the exams. Of course, you are going to be worried about something, not worried from, you are worried about something, about the exam at the end of the year. Let's move to C. Salima went to study or studying. Of course, we have in here verb, okay? So she wants to study. What's the difference between studying and, to study? Or like in like. So studying is something that maybe sometimes you do, but to, you are wishing to do. So in here it says that to study, she wished to study. She is not studying, but she went to study. Good. At a foreign university, she plans to improve her language skills and get better job opportunities. And in here, she plans, again, then and, two verbs. The other one, it means get a new better job opportunities in the future. But her parents couldn't offer to pay for her to study abroad. So she is applying to apply about a scholarship or to apply for a scholarship. Yeah, it is to apply for a scholarship. To apply for a scholarship. Good. Let's move to D. Mariam's parents want or are wanting her to go to university. Of course, want, because it's like a short thing to do. It's a short verb. Her to go to university, but she isn't academically ambitious. However, she has or has had many practical skills. She has many practical skills. So because she still have those skills, and she would like a little business of her own, such as making or to make, because such as, providing an example. So it is making, such as making jewelry. Good. This was the activity 1 on your workbook, page 21. Let's move to the next activity in here. Also, you are going to listen to Ali and his sister, Maha, talking about their future plans. Decided if the following sentence or statements are true or false. Write T or F in the box beside each one. Rewrite the false statement into your exercise book with the correct information. So you are going to listen to a conversation between Ali and his sister Maha. They are talking about something, and as soon as you listen, decide these statements are true or false, and if they are false, please write the correct answer or the correct statement. Let's go and start and listen.
Listening 2.4.4.
Hi, Ali. Have you done your homework?
No, not yet. I have been thinking about something very important.
Something very important? What's that?
I'm worried about my future.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm in grade 12 and this is my last year at school.
Yes. So, have you thought about your plans after you leave?
Well, I've got lots of exciting ideas. I want to go to university and study engineering.
Really? Engineering?
Yes, I'd love to be an engineer, but there's a problem.
You mean because Dad wants you to study medicine?
Yes, he wants me to be a doctor, just like him. But what about you, Maha? I know you're still in grade 11, but have you any idea about what you'd like to do?
Yes. I'd like to be an IT programmer and design smart applications.
So you have listened to the listening. Let's go and check your work. Okay, it says in here, Ali has, exciting ideas about his future. Yeah, that's true. Ali has some exciting ideas about his future. What about the second sentence when it says, Ali wants to study medicine? Is he really planning to study medicine? No, it's false. Ali said that he was planning to study engineering. Okay, he was studying engineering, or he wants to study engineering. Ali's father is an engineer. Is it true or false? Of course, it is false because he is a doctor. He is a doctor, as they say. The last sentence said, Ali and Maha are both in grade 12. Are they? No. Ali is in grade 12, but Maha is in grade 11, as you can see, or as you have heard. So this is the task. I think you have done well in that one because it was a very easy task. Let's move to the next task. In here, page 23, work. You are supposed to work in group. Interview each other about future plans. When you leave school, make notes under the following headline or headings. You have some headings in here like career plans, further study, where and what, travel, other plans. What are you planning to do? So you have to divide your, for example, exercise book there and start asking your friend, or you're supposed to ask your friend about certain thing, how to interview. What are the things that you're supposed to ask? And what are things that, for example, if you've been interviewed, what are the things that you're supposed to answer with? In here, look in here. You may ask, for example, and say, what job do you want to do? What kind of job? What kind of study, for example? Are you planning to go to university? You ask about what kind of university you are going to go to. Do you want to travel or stay at home, for example? Do you want to travel? What are you, what are your ambitions? What are you looking, for, what are you looking to do in the future? What is your dreams there? What are some of the answers you may give to your friend? You may say, you may talk about which university or college you are planning to go to, and what subject you want to study, and if you are really willing to travel, and what are what you want to do, what to do there when you go there, for example. Good. Or the places maybe you want to go to. Let's move to this lovely poem in here. In your workbook, page 23. Before listening to this poem, this is the last listening, I need you to do certain thing, to look at these questions in here. Do you like this poem? And give you reasons. Why is that? Think of, as you are listening, think of some of the reasons that if you like this poem, and why is that? And how is the students feeling about leaving school? And do you agree with the idea or ideas that being expressed in this poem? He's going to talk about, or the student is, a student wrote this poem expressing his feeling about leaving the school and how important was the school and the things that he is looking forward to do in the future. Now let's listen, and don't forget to think about those 3 questions.
Listening 2.4.5.
Goodbye, school. There were times when it seemed that our school days, though happy, would go on forever, with no end in sight, till the moment that we could begin a fresh chapter. For when we looked forward, our prospects were bright. And now it's upon us, the end of this journey. Our classmates will leave on their separate ways to the next stage, a job, a degree, something different, an exciting new start full of colourful days. But I can see clearly the things school has taught me, the close friends who shared in both good times and bad, the patience of teachers who helped with our learning and shared in the sense of achievement we had. So we leave here in hope, well prepared for the future, and soon our new life will take over, and yet there will be times I'll remember why school was important. I'll value my memories. I will not forget.
You have listened to this lovely poem in here. I think it was a very nice and very touchy poem. The writer in here, you know, I myself, I would answer this question. I said I like this poem because it's you know, it has very lovely words, and the student here, you know, mentioned things that he likes or he liked about school, and his feeling that he's really somehow, you know, sad about leaving the school, but he's excited about, you know, having a new life in university. And as I said, so he's sad about leaving the school. This is the answer also for question 2. Do you agree or with the ideas that has been expressed in here? Yes, I totally agree with these ideas, because, you know, he mentioned he was really grateful for school and for teachers and classmates there, and he, you know, he was, you know, looking forward to have a new life in university, which is a really good thing. Good. Now let's move to theme 2, unit 5, a letter to a teacher. In here we are going to read a letter from a teacher to his new students. Read those questions and check if this letter is, you know, the purpose of this letter is to welcome new students to the university, or to give advice, to ask students to do something, or all of the above. Let's go to the letter in here. It says, "Dear students, welcome to the university and to your English class. We hope that you all be very happy there, and that you will enjoy studying English. Here is some advice to help you to do well in the class, or in this class. First, practice your English in and out of the class. Second, ask questions when you don't understand. Your teacher wants to help you do well. Third, enjoy working with other students in the class and have fun learning English. Your English teacher would like to find out some things about you. For example, your family, what you enjoy doing in your spare time, and what your plans for the future are. Your teacher is also interested in your feelings and ideas about learning English. I'd like you to write a letter in English, to your teacher about yourself. This will help teacher to find or to get to know you and understand how you learn. I wish you success in your English lesson. Best wishes, Saif Al-Jabri, the course coordinator." So in here, Mr. Saif is writing to their students. So what is the purpose of the letter? Was it to welcome the students only, or to give advice, or to ask students to do something? Or do you think all of the above? Of course, it is all of the above, because he welcomed the students first, then he gave them some advices, then he asked them to do a project or to write something to their teacher about themselves. Good. Discuss those following questions in group also. Is the style of the letter helpful, B, business-like, friendly, or official? Look at them. So, was it helpful? Yeah, of course, it was helpful. Why? Because he was providing advices for the students. Was it business-like? I don't think so. There is nothing, related to business in here. Was it friendly? Very friendly. The tone of the language that has been used, it was very friendly and welcoming. What about official? Yes, it is official, because it is from a teacher to their students. So A, C, and D are the answers. Now let's move to 2. When does the writer of the letter use these 4 things? capital letters, full stops, commas, apostrophe. As you can see in here, the letter, where are the, for example, the capital letters? Here. What about the commas and full stops? How that has been used? And the last thing he asked for, apostrophes. Let's discuss them one by one. Capital letters. Capital letters are used at the beginning of sentence. We start every sentence with a capital letter. Please be careful that you're supposed to start every new sentence with a capital letter. They are also used in names. For example, the name of a person, like Saif al-Gabri. When you are writing a name of a person, please use the capital letter at the beginning also. And the time of certain places, like the English language, center, like Oman, like Muscat, use or they capitalize the first letter, please. And in languages like Arabic, English, those words supposed to start with capital letter. So we said capital letter are used at the beginning of each sentence, at the beginning of names, and names of language also, and places. B, full stops. Full stops, that dot that use at the end of each sentence. So we use them at the end of sentences. When you finish a sentence, please put a full stop to show the reader that you have finished the idea you are talking about. Commas. The comma are used to indicate pauses. For example, like first, you stop first, second, third, and etc. Or to break up a long sentence into more manageable sections. If you have a long sentence, just break it between here and there. For example, when you use the word when and while, those words you're supposed to write to draw a comma there. Apostrophes are those words that are above the word. It shows or are used to indicate when two words have been joined together with some letters deleted. When you join two words together and delete some words, you are supposed to write apostrophe there to show that there been something happened there. Two words have been attached together and some letters have been deleted also. Good. Now imagine that, have a look at your course book, page 27, activity 3. Imagine that you are writing a letter to your new teacher, as you have been asked in the email, to university or a college. Copy those headlines below into your exercise book and make notes under each one. Use keywords, not completed sentences. So imagine that you are trying to reply to that email. First of all, you are supposed to gather or collect some ideas and brainstorm. This is a way that could help you to brainstorm. Just like write headlines like my family or headings, learning English, my spare time activities, and my plans for future. From where did we bring those headings? Of course, you have been asked to answer those questions in the email. So go through the email and see what kind of information you are supposed to insert in the. Talk about your family, about learning style or English, and your activities in your spare time, and your future plans. For example, let's start with the family. For example, you can write something about your family, just notes, not sentences, phrases, just more phrases or words, like they are far away, or they are helpful, that you are missing your family, the place, maybe how many brothers and sisters you have got, and etc. So you will do the same thing with the for other things like learning language. What are the ways that you use to learn language, and what kind of activities you use in your spare time, and what are your future plans. So put notes there, so you may use them in your writing, not to forget any one of them. Good. Draw 2 columns in your exercise book. Write formal language or informal language in here. This is in your course book, page 27. So have a look at those words. Are they formal or informal? Love from, dear, have fun, I would be grateful if, bye for now, yours faithfully, best wishes, I'd like to, hi there, kind regards, I am waiting to, and see ya. Of course, as you can see, love from, it is informal. Dear, it could be formal and informal also. Have fun, it is informal one. I'd be grateful if it is a formal one. Bye for now, it is informal. Yours faithfully, it is really formal. Best wishes, it could be formal and informal at the same time. I'd like to, it is really formal. Hi there, it is informal. Kind regards, it is formal. I am waiting to, it is formal. While see ya, it is not formal. These are some of the things that you have to do. So now you have to read the email again. You have read it. Now let's go and answer the questions. How many pieces of advice does the letter give? We'll check. And who is asking student to write the letter? What will the letter help their teacher to do? And which of these things do students not have to write about? As you can see, as you have read in this letter, there were 3 pieces of advice given to the students, while the course coordinator, Mr. Saif, was the one who wrote the letter, and you get to know them. It helps the teacher to know what the students are really doing and what are their things that are done. So this is almost everything about today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Hopefully, inshallah, to see you next time. Till that time, please keep safe.